Welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm dear darling. Shall we see what's going on our lovely island of Fawnhollow today? Well, we'll be going back to a little bit of Happy Home Paradise customization because it's been a while since we last done it. Because I was busy last week, you know, it being a whole New Year's and all that. So we are going to do a customization. I think it's going to be Willow. I feel like I predict Willow for like 90% of the things, and it's never been right. I don't think. Have we even done Willow's custom? We might have already done her customization at some point. I genuinely don't remember. We've done far too many for me to really keep track of anymore. At this point, like if you just like bring up some old one, being like, could you? How many of them could you name? I'd be like, I think I could probably name about 20 of them I've done, but you know, we've certainly done a lot more than that. But hello there, everyone. Right now in Fawnhallow, it's 4:51 p.m. on Saturday, January 7th, 2023. But yeah, you know. As in spirit of usual, where we're sort of doing like rapid fire customization. It's not. I don't know. Like, it's I suppose quite funny to see. I suppose the descent of like when I first started doing these customizations, I spent huge amounts of time on them. You know, like the longest episode, I think it's like an hour 40 or something. I don't even remember which one. But to be fair, that was a combined one where it was both for customization and like the normal stuff. And now we're just like, yeah, in and out, 15 minutes done or something like that. Which is, well, not 15 minutes. That's perhaps a bit too fast, but. You know, it's a sort of a vibe you get. You know, you know, when you do something multiple times, it becomes a habit. It sort of becomes second nature, which is, you know, both good and bad thing. I think in real life, to be honest, it's a good thing that things become second nature eventually, because you know you have a level of comfort with it, which you can execute it without, you know, any sort of like not disregard, but you don't have any hesitations towards it. You're not like, you know. You're not about worried that you'll... Well, actually, we'll get into that in a second, but I was going to be like, you're not going to worry that you'll make a mistake. It's more like it's a very natural part of it. You know what to do. You're fine with it. You can just get it done. But, you know, it's a thing with also... With experience comes complacency. Sometimes, depending on the type of person you are, I suppose. But if you get too comfortable doing something, then, you know, you're much more prone to making mistakes. But is it that you're much more prone to making mistakes, or is it that you've done it more that, you know, the likelihood of you making a mistake just goes higher just through the sheer law of large numbers, you know? The more times you do something, the more likely it is that, you know, cumulatively you made a mistake. So perhaps it's the wrong way, I think, to look at these sort of perspective. And really, we should be looking at experience with all guys of like, oh, you know, the probability of you making a mistake goes down and down and down. And the fact that you do it in repeated motions, I suppose, over and over again is a good thing, because it's something which helps train up like a muscle. And we shouldn't be looking at the times that the muscle fails, because we should be thinking about the potential times the muscles could have failed but didn't because of the strength it's built up. Anyway, I don't know. Is this like a metaphor for something? Is this a life lesson? Am I trying to impart something important onto you? No, I'm just speaking. I'm going to be honest. There's literally no point of what I said, but, you know, we'll go, oh, glasses. That's actually something we haven't done. A hat shop. Why is everyone so clothing obsessed right now? Secret base. Jungle. Oh, well, okay, you know, we're forced to do your one, Vic, because you have asked us, so sorry everyone else. I assume you want like a war boat or something. You are a Viking after all, but well, that's yet to be determined, because there's still that there's that Night Eagle person who doesn't want anything related to a like medieval castle or whatever. But I must imagine Adventurous Home Base. Okay, kind of. We've done this one like 8 times, I'm going to be honest. I feel like or at least we've seen it so many times, and it's not, I'm going to be honest, it's not really my favourite customization, and we're just going to put you on the pier, because, like, you're so obviously, like, seafaring based. I feel like this makes sense, like, a port town you would go back to. Actually, that'd be an interesting way to do it, like a tavern or something, where you can drink mead. Or what if you just made Valhalla? I don't really know what Valhalla looks like. It's like a giant, like, feasting area where you just, like, continuously eat, and you go outside and you, like, fight, and you die and you go back and eat. So it's something like that. I genuinely don't remember. I'm not too familiar with like Nordic folklore or anything like that, so you have to forgive me for my ignorance in that sense. I don't know why. I guess we were standing too close together that you wouldn't properly face me. Face me, come on and face me. But we will do a customization. We'll just see what items you have recommended, and we'll sort of just vibe with it. I do kind of like the idea of like a taverny bar sort of thing, but you know, that's we'll certainly see later what will be most appropriate. So that's okay, very icy themed. I guess that makes sense. But it's not what I expected, so I did not put you in a very icy area. That's fine. We can make it look snowy. This is not really as home basey as I thought it would be. These are not very home base-esque recommendations, I'm going to be honest. This is more like a camping area or something. Samurai? What? Warrior? Okay. So this is like... What? This is such a strange recommendation of items. In my personal opinion. This is not what I would have thought of. Yeah, again, I'm not sure if I really have. Why a throwback dinos green? This is not really what I would have thought, but I guess we're going to be... I don't know. I don't really want to give you a forest. I thought you would want like a seaport. So that's what we're going to do. We're definitely going to give you an accent wall over here of the sea, the ocean blue. So I think that'll be fun. Could do that like a port. Yeah, okay. Well, why don't we do that? We'll do it like open thing. And I do want to give you more like a wooden sort of thing. I'm surprised that you have such ice and stone. Ice actually is not that surprising the more I think about it, but I'm surprised you have such stone recommendations. Doesn't it feel quite dungeony in a sense? Actually, why don't we do that? Why don't we combine the stone and ice, you know? They've given us this customization aspect for a reason. Why don't we roll with it, you know? Let's push these boundaries a little bit. So it's going to look a bit dungeony, which, you know, I suppose is only natural with the sort of thing they gave. The sort of stuff they gave us. I think we probably want to use natural lighting. Is my hunch, but I don't know for certain. So what do we have to include? Cave, I guess, would have to be outside. Barrels. Jail bars? You want us to put a dungeon in here? And I guess we can. It's not really home basey, is it? I guess we want quite like a rough and rugged home. This is such a mix of like different things. It's jungle stuff, it's got stone stuff, and it's got ice stuff. This is too many weird things at once. I'm going to pretend you are a mining area. And we're going to be using that sort of blue, greyish, white customization, I think, where possible. So colorization where possible. I think a well makes more sense outside than inside, but we could do it here. I do want to give you like some sort of drinking bar, you know. Just like an old-timey, sort of medieval fantasy sort of bar. Barrels of mead. You know, that sort of thing. Basically, I'm sort of like... I'm trying to make this... I'm going to lean into the medieval fantasy sort of aspect of this, I think. So things, I suppose, should look quite rugged. It should look like a tavern. Yeah. Yeah? Yeah. I mean, it kind of looks like you want to make him a pirate, despite the fact his customization is not really a pirate. There really is a pirate customization, the more I think about it. Tiki torches? Okay, sure. I wish there was like a brown stone. There might be a brown stone wall, hold on. Because I feel like I'd prefer that over a grey one, but... I mean, I guess it's brick, but... It looks a bit too, you know, regular. Rustic stone? Okay, we can roll with rustic stone, I think. And there's more of a rustic flooring. Slate flooring? Gravel. Maybe it's okay to have like a wood panel flooring. I'm not feeling it, I'm going to be honest. I think we'll just keep with a basement flooring for now. We'll sort of just see. Whoa. Okay, that we'll put outside because it really doesn't make sense for that to be here. I want to put a bar like over... No, I want to put a bar on this side, I think. So this will be like a storage and bar. Okay, it's coming together. I'm thinking about it. I want to make it a wider one. And slightly narrower. And I'm going to put a bar back here. These are going to be like storage containers. So it's not going to be any fridge. We're not going to have any modern technology, anything like that. We're going to have a drinking bar there. And then we'll have like seats at the front, you know, where you can tell like campfire stories to... Well, maybe not campfire stories, but you know what I mean. That sort of thing. So what would be an appropriate like bar counter that we could use? That's a good question. Because we don't have a stone bar as an option, do we? Which is a bit of a shame. I guess I'll have to do a counter table. That's probably the only thing we can use, which feels vaguely okay. I don't know if this has a vintage customization. It doesn't. I'm not totally in love with this, but it's too red. It's a bit of a clash with a blue thematic. Whitewood it looks too clean. We need something which looks like covered counter, maybe. Maybe this will look a bit more old timey. It's a wrong sort of old-timey though, isn't it? That's not medieval feeling, is it? And I have a feeling we might not be able to find exactly what I'm looking for. I just want something like a vintage table, but I want it in a counter form. Maybe a den desk will look okay. And I don't mean the Pokemon. Get it, like the den desk. Doesn't make any sense. So we're just having a look for all these desks to see if maybe one of them will work. Even if it doesn't look great from the other side, but I'm not a fan of this. I'm not a fan, I'm going to be honest. I think we're going to go with this one. And we'll go with Nameless. And then maybe we'll just turn the lights down. We'll just turn the lights down low. I kind of wanted a dark brown. I mean, there was a dark brown colour for this, wasn't there? It's just the wrong feeling, isn't it? That doesn't feel medieval. That feels like retro or something. Well, not retro, maybe, but vintage. It's just, I want something more rugged. But there's no stone counter, I believe. And we don't have to use a counter, I guess. What if I just search up medieval tavern? Let's get some inspiration going, you know? Just like get some Skyrim inspiration or something. I mean, it's fine. It's like a wooden counter. I guess I shouldn't be so picky. We should definitely be putting these pillar things down, but that is a very good point. Maybe using dartwood? Or maybe we should lean more into the stone aesthetic. Maybe not with concrete. That doesn't really look great. Oh, there's no like cobblestone one. Okay, well, I guess we'll be using wood. I kind of like the idea of doing it like this. Should maybe just shift it back a little bit. Something like this. Actually, it could probably be shifted back one more time. Just give a bit of breathing room in the center like this. So this is how the bar's going, and then we'll put something here just to block it off, you know. I think I would like to put shelves behind you if at all possible. There's not really much which is sort of conducive to a medieval feel, is there? So maybe this is a bit of I'm sort of barking up the wrong tree, you know? I don't really know what we're going to do with a sword. I guess that I'll have to think about. But we could just put crates and crates back here of stuff, you know? Just pile them up. Tiki torches, I think is fine. Just for some ambiance. Maybe I made a little campfire here because it's cold, you know. I don't want like official seating. I want it to feel a bit more sort of like ragtag. If you get the sort of vibe I'm trying to go for. Yeah, like I think the stone stools are probably fine. People are like sort of sitting around the fire, being like, "Oh, you know, Ivan, tell us of a story when it's something happened. They got damaged sword, old map." Just keep that brand aesthetic. Like the adventurer, he put his sword down over here. I never have a hearty laugh over cups of mead. A bucket just in the corner, why not? Feels kind of medieval-y, doesn't it? We could put it over here. Pot, antique map, dinosaur toy? Candle feels reasonable. We should definitely turn it to nighttime. Put this here for the barkeep. We're not going to be able to have tankards, are we? I just thought of it because that doesn't exist in this game. They just pop their shoes down or something? How about that? I don't really know. Annoyingly, these things don't exist without mannequins, which is not really what I want, but hey ho. Dark stone shrug? Guess we could put these under here. Oh, you know what? We could use this and then put like normal wooden flooring over there. No, we're going with like a stone theme anyway. It's like a medieval tavern, but with stone instead of wood. It's kind of what we're doing. Maybe. I don't know. Don't think too much about it. I'm going to be honest. I don't think it makes any sense the more you think about it. A pot? Sure. I don't know. Just put a random pot in here. Why not? Go wild. And over here we can put stuff. I don't know really what else we could put in here, which would make sense, but genuinely not sure. I wanted a shelf, but maybe just a table, because there's no medieval looking shelf. So at least we can get like a old looking table. Like one of these, I can't remember which one has a vintage customization, right? Which will probably be what we're looking for. Is it ranch? I don't remember. Yes, okay. It's not going to really fit though. Maybe dark brown fits a bit better. And then we'll just put drinks on here and pretend it's what we wanted. Like, oh, how are we going to make something look like a tankard? And the answer is that I don't think you do. Maybe we can put a classic picture of here. Just like a picture of water. Sky blue. I guess we are. It kind of looks more Greek, I suppose, than Nordic, doesn't it? Simple. We are using brown and white, I suppose. Brown, grey, white, with slight blue tinges. It's kind of a coloration we're going for. Bottles? I don't know. I don't think we'd have bottles, but I don't think we'd have really anything else we can use. Maybe we can use this. That kind of looks like... It kind of looks like a tankard like this. I don't know why you'd be drinking green. I wish we could change the drink separately. I think we basically just have to sort of do this and pretend it's a tankard. Despite the fact it's obviously not. You know, we don't really get much choice. In this entire thing. Bread bowl? What sort of snacks would you know, bread? Just a load of bread. Organic bread. I can see that being in a tavern. Bar stools, probably. I mean, I do like the lights, but for stone stools, but I think they're going to be a bit small. We'll see how a vintage one looks. It might blend in okay. I'm not particularly convinced. I don't know if this has a vintage wood. No, it's got dark wood though. Which I think is okay. I think we can roll with that. But I think we just shift everything here. It's not even centered. Over one. And then we put like a fencing here of some kind. Like, not steel fence. Isn't there a wooden one? Maybe there's not. Oh, here's a wooden one. Like a wooden partition. Which does have a vintage customization, which I'm not sure if that's what we want, but... something like that looks okay, I think. It does look a bit empty. I think we need to put stuff on the walls. We are going to make it nighttime. And back here, what else can we put down about the place? Antique map, I guess, maybe? Shipwreck? Sure. Put cup here, like we're actively drinking it. I kind of just want to like pile up all of these sort of like supply things about the place. So, you know, like this is tucked away back here. More like shipping barrels or whatnot. Like storage containers for things they'll need in the future. Like another candle. Just about place. We're going to have a lot of repeated items because not many things fit with sort of medieval fantasy, I don't think. I'm sort of running out of things to put down. Like, we could put like a skull down, but it's kind of very nonsensical, I think, in a home base. We can have a I wanna swing from the chandelier in the centre. I think that looks okay. And I think it does help a lot of the empty space in the middle here. I think it would be nice if we put like one of those animal hide rugs. That feels like it's fitting, right? I don't even know if that's in this game. I suppose not. I guess it doesn't really make sense, it being Animal Crossing, it having an animal hide rug, but I felt like it was in previous games. But that feels very sort of like medieval tavern-y, doesn't it? Oh, it does exist. I thought it existed. We do something like that to try and sort of fill up the centre a little bit. Okay, I think it's getting there. I'm not going to say I love this customization, but I think it's getting there. I think it's got, you know, it's got a bit of charm to it, you know? I don't want to put this jungle stuff all over the place because we're not in the jungle. We're not welcoming to the jungle. It'd be nice if we had other things like shields. Or like we could put the clothing items without a mannequin, but alas, we cannot. Alas, poor Yorick, I knew him well, Horatio. I don't know the rest of that, by the way. So it's kind of a quick browse to see if there's anything which I think could also partially kind of fit. I'm not particularly convinced because we have quite a narrow sort of subset of things that we want to work with. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to do when I'm outside, but... What else in these medieval fancy things? There's a lot of candles about the place. Okay, fair enough. A lot of like animal fur, it looks like. Ooh, like a hearth. That'd be pretty good. We can do that. I don't know where that is. I don't want to make you feel like a pirate because we've already done a pirate customization. I'm trying to sort of make it a bit different from that, you know? I don't know where the fireplace thing is. So that's a... Wikipedia fireplace. Let's just see what it's called so I can just find it. Is it just called fireplace? It's just called fireplace, never mind. Probably near fire pit. Which could be something we put outside. So this stuff, maybe we can like shove it over here. Can we make this like more grey-esque? We could do it like that. Maybe move a crate up there. Nah, maybe do it like this. Put this, not that. Put. What's a button to? Okay, shift upwards. Put this here. Put something else back there. Like what you might ask? Like, I don't know. I answer. I do like just like having a load of barrels about the place. I feel like it does actually work a lot better than anticipated, despite the fact there's a lot of repeating sort of things. But it makes sense, you know, you need a lot of storage space for like a medieval tavern, probably. We could put a painting up, I don't really know. Yeah, it's probably not too out of place. Food and candles is kind of what's everywhere. I don't know what sort of... I guess we really have canned foods. It doesn't really make sense, like preserved foods. Sets don't really make sense, I don't think. This is all too modern food. We need like ancient traditional food, which, you know, the only thing I think of is like bread and mead, which is, you know, not particularly fitting. An old radio? That's no, we're going to be definitely before the times of radio. A washboard? I can see that. A butter churn, things like that. It's not really a farm though, so we're sort of reaching here. We're sort of reaching for things which are at least not anachronistic. How do you say that word? Hold on.
Anachronistic.
Anachronistic. There we go. Oh, firewood. That's a really good one. You can never go wrong with a little bit of firewood. That's probably okay. I don't think we really need to put much more on, I'm going to be honest. Should at least turn the fires on. Which there probably should be a way to do it without having to manually walk over to them. I would have thought, but it's also one where I sort of break my rule of having things block off other areas. With that sword there, so we'll put the sword over there. Maybe it's the other guy's sword, who knows? Doesn't really matter. I think it's okay. I think it looks a bit homely. That's the wrong button. I like... I don't remember how how that song goes. I like something 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 something. I like something 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 something. I don't think we need a lot of lights, I'm going to be honest. Free from wall. 1, 2, 3. Nah, I like it better with 2 on that side, so this one will just change to match. Because we already probably have a decent amount of lighting. Probably. It still feels quite lopsided, this entire thing for me. I'm not sure I can put my finger on why, though. What else is reasonable to put on the wall? Like a hunting arrow? Sure, why not? Made out of solid gold? No, maybe it's a tribute to some sort of deity they worship. I feel like we should put something up here, but I don't really know what. I guess these are old paintings, to be fair. Maybe this is what they're fighting for. And it's very French, though. Not there's anything wrong with France, but, you know, this is meant to be Nordic inspired, isn't it? I guess we could put himself. No, we should have a more generic decoration, just sort of up here. Methinks. You might be like, what sort of decoration you got in mind? And the answer is, I still don't really know. And part of me wants to put this thing up here, but it doesn't really make sense. But yet again, you know, I don't think this entire customization really makes all that much sense. So up it goes. And we'll be like, good enough. I don't know what we should polish though in here if we polish anything. It kind of works, I would say. I think I did a reasonable job with what we have in New Horizons. Oh, I will say the left side looks a bit empty, but I don't really know what else to do with it. I suppose we could put like another seat down. So now it's like 4 people. That's okay. I think we'll roll with that. I think we'll roll with that. And I genuinely might just not polish anything about it. I don't even know what I'd polish except for making the bread look nice, I guess. But it doesn't really feel like it fits. But we are going to change the season here, absolutely. Have it snowing. Either be late at night. No, late evening. No, that's too ready. Change it to winter. We're talking about winter. Sorry, swinter. We're talking about winter. Fitness and verb song for you. It's not even raining. I wanted to snow. Okay, I like snow. We can roll with it. We can roll with it. And then it's like, what are we going to do outside? And the answer is, I don't really know. It's not what if it's not enough space, then move it. Why would you by default put it in a place where I could not expand it? That's just rude. But yes, let us go with. I guess we went with a very sort of greyish. It's annoying. It doesn't have. Oh, it does have a brick exterior. No, far too fancy a door. We need a wooden door, which annoyingly doesn't really have a dark front door. Oh, it does. It does, but it doesn't have a dark brown. It's just got white. Okay, good enough. Good enough. And then we'll just put something on it like. I know this thing. It feels more like a witch circle sort of reef, doesn't it? Good enough, you know. Don't think too hard about the outside. This outside, literally, I would say, does not matter in the slightest, because it doesn't make any sense. This outside. Dead trees. Oh, that's an interesting idea. Making it look kind of spooky with all these trees. No, I think we should just put normal trees down. But evergreen trees. Because that sort of fits the wintry Nordic aesthetic, I suppose, we've got going on. And I suppose there's not a lot of room here to not make it look super ordered, so I guess we'll just make it look super ordered. Oh, I forgot. Okay, no paths, because that's not going to work exactly how I want it to. We're going to cheat again and use something that we used in a previous customization. I think we're like the pirate person's one. We put barrels here to make it look more interesting. There's more like pirate themed items, which perhaps we could put over here. Is this a pirate area? This might be a pirate area, I don't really remember. No, this is a pirate area. Half. Oh, we could put the fire thing outside. Ah, well. Sword? I don't know, like someone left their sword out here. Sure. Don't think about it too hard. They left it in the dock because they're ready to go. I want just like a bundle of like rope or something outside, but it's unfortunately not an option. Also, where are the pirate themed items? Mining car? I don't know. There's like a bounty? Sure. Don't think about it too hard. Just don't think about what I'm doing. None of this makes sense. Fire pit? Sure. I don't know. It's a bit of a modern looking fire pit, isn't it? Ah, yeah, that doesn't make sense. Okay. Put tiki torches out here. Why do the tiki torches start by default off? I don't get it. I also guess we need to move the trees in more. Oh, but we can't do it symmetrically. Why is the game like this? It just hates symmetry. Which I suppose is meant to be like a then don't make it symmetrical, but then don't lock me to the grid as much. I don't know. I don't really have a comeback for that, I'm going to be honest. I'm just trying to, you know, live my best life. Is that too much to ask? I also think these trees should be a bit smaller, actually a bit too big, I'd say. Or maybe these trees should be the smaller ones. It's a bit hard to tell. Actually, no, these are smaller. It's a bit better. But doing this like blocks everything off, though. I don't want to block everything off. I just want it to kind of feel more like a forest, you know? But alas, we can only do... So, oh, we can't even put it one to the left. Are you kidding me? Because that bit's missing. Why are you like this? Just let me decorate how I'd like to. Alright, never mind then. Maybe they should be bigger. Well, just I don't know what to put down then. I don't know, like rocks? Signpost? Sure. In case you get very lost walking in a straight line, then, you know. Some people need it, you never know. We're not here to judge. Oh yeah, I still want to find the pirate stuff. Oh, we need to put a cave out here somewhere, don't we? Oh my god. Grey. It's a bit big. Okay, but this is actually how we can solve the symmetry issue. Just by popping it here. Oh, it's so in the way. But we can do something like that. And then it's like, oh, now it doesn't need to be as symmetrical as it is. You're free to do whatever you want. But I'm still going to keep it rather symmetrical. So, am I free to do what I want as I wanted? Bucket? Just what sort of things would it be reasonable to leave outside is basically what I'm trying to do. I'm still trying to find the pirate stuff. Can I remember what any of the pirate stuff's called? Not really. But it's probably very close to the barrels. So, I guess we'll find barrel? Oh, isn't it next to this stuff? Yeah. Wait, no, this stuff is next to this stuff. Okay. Barrel. Okay, I guess an anchor feels reasonable. Maybe not exactly like this, but what other people have done for this customization, not gonna lie. I might just call it there, like, I don't know what else to put. The outside doesn't really matter, I think. It's very much the inside, which is fine. I'm not going to be like this most mind-blowing inside. I think it's okay inside, but, you know, I'm not sure. I both don't have a skill to use exactly what we've been given to its full potential, I think. Because I think you probably could make a pretty cool looking medieval fantasy, sort of like tavern thing, but I just couldn't figure out how to do it. And I guess there should be an orange glow now I think about it. I think it still works kind of well though. It's not too bad. I'm gonna roll with it. Okay, what items of clothing do you want? You're kind of wearing something pretty fitting right now. We might change you into a different colour, Viking stuff, but I think that's probably the only thing we do. Because, I mean, you are a Viking, after all. Viking starting with V, so luckily we can just sort of scroll all the way down to the bottom to find exactly what we're looking for, I hope. Oh, it's not a dress-up item? Alright, well, try again. You would have thought that it'd be nice to have a button. Just like, jump to the bottom. I'm not doing anything with Y. You know what they should have done is they should have had it as a customize sort of thing. Like all the tops which are the same, we could just made it a customization option. So then you just click on the one you want with Y, when you just choose the colour, out of the colours you've got. Just thinking about it. You've already got a Viking hat on, I've just noticed. Okay. It's a bit nonsensical, I think, to give you a Viking helmet on top of your Viking helmet. As funny as that is. I don't know if we can give you anything which really makes a lot of sense, unless you cover up the entire Viking helmet, but which you kind of do, but that doesn't look great, I'm going to be honest. I think we should probably just leave it as is. I can't imagine we can give you any of this, which would make much sense. We don't want to turn you into a pirate. So really, you're just going to look basically the same. And we'll just say, that's good enough? I think that's good enough. It's ready. What do you think about that, Vic? I don't think it's my best customization. And I definitely put in like maybe like a lower third of customizations I've done. I'm not like super like thrilled with it, but it's also like I don't even know what other sort of furniture items I could put down to make it really work the way I wanted. But this is where you Google it and you see what other people have done and you go like, oh, that would have been good. So let's see. Happy Home Paradise Vic. This person's made like a dungeon, makes sense. Medieval Tavern. Does have a lot of anachronistic things though, is a thing. Perhaps I was a bit too strict with the idea of being like, oh, you know, I can't use things which would not appear in that sort of times. And I'm not even like a history expert, so, you know, I might be wrong. Maybe they did have glass bottles back then. I don't really remember. Long time since I had studied history, so it's been quite a ways off. Oh, this person used a customization of missing posters on the wall. That's a really cool idea. And maybe if I went with more like log themed things, it would have fit a bit better. I don't really know. They are cozy though, these customizations. But I do look at these and be like, this isn't really what I wanted in mind when I looked at the customizations that other people have. Which is not necessarily a good or bad thing, I think. It just, you know, people have different customization goals. I'm also not sure why I'm going to take this picture, so I think we'll just do it like this. Good enough. Surprisingly quite a difficult one. more due to the sort of restrictions that I feel like New Horizons has, furniture wise. Not a bit of an untapped market of medieval furniture items, I think. And Animal Crossing, but I didn't really want to make a dungeon. Like, I don't know. To me, like a home base doesn't really scream dungeon to me. And I guess it should feel a bit more sort of like cozy and homely, but I don't really know. Oh, no. I meant to talk to you to be like, oh, I'm stopping working, but you know, I've already stopped. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that customization, and I think it's fine. You know, like very few customizations I've done where I'm just like, this is actively like bad. I think it's just more like, eh. It's just sort of like doesn't blow me away. It just sort of existed, but you know, I experimented. But you know, at least it's not something I've really done too much before. but I think is his name Rodney. That doesn't sound right. A bit of an overlap with the pirate person, but you know, the pirate had a completely different inside, if I remember. They had like a whole pirate boat. But yeah, it's okay. That is an interesting question. What I think my worst customization is. I do remember Diana's one. I did not like it when I did it because it was so weird, and I was like, I don't know why I made it like this in the slightest. But at least it's kind of funny. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I'd have to look through all of them. But anyway, that's a thought for another time. So if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares are greatly appreciated. Twitter and Discord down below. Hope we can see each other again. But for now, it's our farewell. So until next time. Bye bye for now.